Drug use and peer pressure continue to be a big problem in America's high schools. But today, there's an even greater scourge that has an even bigger grip on America's youth. Take a look.
Psst, kid.
Whoa.
Come here.
Listen, I don't do drugs.
It's not a drug.
What is that?
College diploma. One hit of this baby, and you'll feel like king of the world. More smarter, more accomplished, better than people who didn't go to college. Everybody's doing it. Go ahead.
Oh, I want it. So bad.
Yeah, not so fast, kid. You got the cheddar?
How much is it?
150 G's.
$150,000? I don't have that kind of money.
Oh, well, kid. Looks like you don't have a future.
Wait, please don't go. I'll do anything.
All right, I'll tell you what. Since I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna cut you a deal. Financial aid. I'm gonna lend you the 90,000. How's that?
Oh, you will? Thank you so much.
But you gotta come up with the other 60 G's, you understand? The big is gonna be 7% for the first year and 17% for the next 25 years. But you better pay me my money.
I will. I'll totally pay you back.
You come back when you get the rest of the dough, all right?
Okay.
Yes, diploma addiction, or riding the ivory tower, as it's known on the streets, has become an epidemic in America. The number of bachelor's degrees awarded in the last 5 to 10 years has exploded, even as the cost of college has risen 4 times faster than inflation, and total student debt has surpassed $1 trillion. That's even more than
$100 billion.
Which is why George Leaf of the John William Pope Center for Higher Education Policy says,
many college-degreed Americans today are working at jobs that call for no academic preparation.
that includes flight attendants, 30% of whom have a bachelor's degree, along with 21% of customer service reps and 24.5% of retail workers. Studies also show that of the 51% of recent college grads that actually can find a job, the average starting wage is now a whopping $25,000 a year. That's almost 1.3 million Indian rupees, or $12 an hour. In layman's terms,
the cost of cars is going up, up, but then the benefits are coming down, down. Count it!
But what do parents think of all this alarming recent data, and how are they affected by diploma addiction?
Excuse me, sir? I believe that you approached my daughter the other day and solicited her with an item of ill repute.
You mean this?
Yes! That! Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at the calligraphy.
It's a beaut, isn't it?
$150,000. That's not that much money.
Nah, how can you put a price tag on an education anyway?
We'll clear out her bank account. We'll just clear out the savings.
Prime investment. Prime.
I don't even care if she moves back home after she graduates. She needs this. She needs this. She doesn't need $60,000 in a retirement account.
Nope. The price is just right.
So tragic.
And more importantly, many successful college kids would have been successful whether they went to college or not.
You could take the pool of college-bound students and you could lock them in a closet for 4 years, and they're going to earn more money.
Because those are the kids who already tend to be harder working, more persistent,
and smarter.
In a culture where everyone is pressured to go to college, 70% of students do go to college. Do earning stats reflect the value of the degree or how unexceptional the 30% who don't go are? I don't mean to rag on the 30%, it's the culture we grow up in. Now look at the parents. A parent who's really biased towards college. He hasn't examined current job marketing statistics. Beliefs about college are based on experience they had in the 70s and the 80s. Parents cry if their kid doesn't go to college, thinking, oh, my son's a loser, he's gonna end up in a dumpster. Now the person with the higher aptitude, if they go on and skip college, which is not the norm these days, because everybody is told they have to go to college. If they skip college, parents think that their kid is suddenly going to become unexceptional without any aptitude. And parents and teachers continue to perpetuate this fantasy that college leads to a life of luxury. And you think employers are going to say, I don't care that you're smart and a hard worker. You are less than garbage because you do not have a college degree. You didn't study the early works of Milton. You have shamed your family. Leave my sight. On your knees, peasant. That's not what happens. If you skip college, you actually get a 4-year head start on your peers. You can travel, build your resume, network, get skills online, avoid crippling debt. You can still read, make friends, get drunk, get laid. You join the workforce sooner. You begin acquiring experience. Now, when people think of high school graduates, this is what they think of. They think of high school only grads who are more inclined towards like labor jobs with low aptitude and not as sophisticated or as driven. Again, I don't mean to judge these people, it's just how it is. But when a gifted high school grad skips college, they demonstrate drive to employers. They aren't suddenly forced into low-paying manual jobs just because they didn't get a philosophy degree. On the flip side, because everybody's now pressured to go to college, people who really shouldn't go are going, and then they come out working at jobs that don't require a degree. So the person who thinks the degree is going to give them an advantage still ends up working in a job that doesn't require a degree. So it's called underemployment. And you can see underemployment amongst college graduates is that about 45%, almost half of people that can find work are working jobs that have nothing to do with anything academic. This isn't a completely new phenomenon. You can see back in 1990 it was also very high. But what you can see is that the number of non-college jobs keeps going up and up and up. Even as the cost of college goes up, the pressure to college goes up. It's not like the number of college-related jobs is going up as well. You can see here by major, the chances of underemployment is 44.6% overall, but by major, it varies. Criminal justice, performing arts, leisure and hospitality, even business management, fine arts, and history are all well over the average. 50-60% chance of working at a job that has nothing to do with what you studied in school. And this is why you have situations like this.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
When did you graduate?
2006.
What was your major?
History, English.
And now you're driving a bike?
Yep.
What was your major?
It was robotics.
When did you graduate?
I graduated in 2003.
And what are you doing now?
I'm working for a strip club.
Did you happen to go to college?
Yeah.
What did you major in?
Business. Communications.
Radiology.
Graphic design. Business management.
Psychology.
Science.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
And what did you major in?
Business administration.
General studies.
Economics.
What's your major in?
Business.
Criminal justice. Culinary.
Asian studies.
So take a breath, look at the facts, look at the statistics, look at the numbers, and look at this like the biggest purchase you're ever going to make in your young life. This is as big as buying a house. Before you buy the house, don't you want to check out the neighborhood and the plumbing and everything like that? Do a real thorough inspection. Don't just buy the house because all your friends are buying houses or because your teacher say you should buy a house. I'll just buy the first house that I see or the first house that accepts my offer. No, this is a big investment. It's very serious. Don't take it lightly. Look at the statistics, take a deep breath, and remember, you don't need a degree to be a worthwhile human being who has an amazing life and freedom and